All right. We are up. We are live. Message hopefully has been sent out this morning. Let's see. Hopefully. Let's see what's going on, family. What's going on with all of y'all out there? Let's see who up with us this morning. Grab your glass. Grab your glass. Grab your glass. We're about to kick it. Let me put up my banner since I can put up my banner this morning. They won't allow me to put up a banner on YouTube this morning. Let me put up my little banner real quick. Brother, I tell. Daily Toast. Tagline. Daily Toast. Who here? Uh-oh, somebody in the house. Which of the toasters is up? Let me see. Is that Brother Kwame? Great Ujamaa to you. Unless I slept all the way until the next day. I don't think I did that. I don't think I would do that. I mean, I may have done that once. Oh, Brother Anubis. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Great morning. Great morning to you. Man, I got a poem about the morning. I'm gonna get it for y'all one morning and read it because I found my poetry book. Yeah. I used to. I'm a Pisces for real, so I got poetry. So the text message should be out. We are up on Spreaker. We are up on YouTube, and of course, you know we are up on Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook Live as usual. And as you know, on Ujamaa, one of my favorite days. I just happen to be wearing a green shirt again. Yep. Y'all caught me. I often repeat. We're going to see what are the proverbs we're going to be covering for tonight's show. But family, I need you to get your glass. I had not noticed that it was morning already. It was on Shaka's show some hours ago. What was Brother Shaka talking about? Because I came home last night and I went to sleep, brother. I mean, I said, let me get some sleep. Because I know, oh man, my speaker studio is not up. Why do they do that to me? I mean, why do they torment me with my shit not coming up when it says up? All right, but speaker, we here. I'm gonna give everybody a round of applause while we wait for this Yo, those that are new, Bruce Lee June. I want to check out this Bruce Lee. I want to see what he doing with the Bruce Lee. Grab your glass. Grab your water. Let's get it. Bruce Lee June. We'll kick your ass into health. Oh, man. I don't know what's going on in the world. I know that the world could have changed very rapidly because we're living in that type of world. And I'm trying to stay up with some things. But my news feed has been getting kind of, once they found out that I like Dragon Ball Super, that's all I'll be getting posted about. Because Dragon Ball Super is in the last 2 episodes. And so that's been hitting major on my timeline. But I'm not getting a lot of other news. And it's like once they form these logarithms around you, it's sort of like they got you boxed in. You know what I'm saying? But I need to let everybody know I got on late, but it seems like his show was about 2.5 hours. Great Ujamaa to you as well, Brother Kwame. I'm gonna try to check out his show a little bit later on. I have a little bit of business I have to handle this morning, and then I have to go to my adventure. You know, because those of us on the journey, we don't have jobs, we have adventures. And speaking of the journey, I need to let you know you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of a Simba production, and of course, you know this is the Daily Toast. Yeah, where we strive to blow up those old paradigms. Family is official. I think I got a stuttering explosion. Get your water. Drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Breathe with me. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Now lift your glass and drink your water. Now lift your glass and drink your water. Now lift your glass and drink your water. Now lift your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Now move your body, drink some water. Now move your body, drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Now move your body. Drink, 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 drink. I think I'll take a sip. Drink, 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 drink. Now raise that glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise that glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise that glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Now let's mix it up. Great Ujamaa. Now take your breath and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Move your body, drink some water. Toast your ancestors. Breathe, drink, move, live. That's on today. Breathe, drink, move, live. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Going down this morning here on the journey. We got the toasters in the house. We about to lift these glasses and salute our ancestors. But first, there's a breakdown. Lift your glass, lift your glass, lift your glass. this great Ujamaa, right? We are rapidly moving into 2018. Actually, we are on month 3. We are actually 21 minus 8. 21 minus 8, 13 days. We're exactly 13 days away from the equinox, family. You know what I'm saying? Well, for a little while, the day is going to be balanced. And we're moving into the age of, or the time of year, into the masculine. Actually, we moved into the masculine part of the year, family. So the sun is after its rebirth, and it's slowly burning up more daylight. More time is approaching all the way until we move into June. So now, tonight, we have our little nation building. I ain't going to call it little. We have our great nation building meeting. I call it the Congregation of the Mighty, right? Taken right from a verse that I use, one of my favorite verses out of the Christian Bible or out of the Jewish Bible, however you want to look at it, out of the Old Testament. Call it the gathering of the Congregation of the Mighty, right? And we're going to be putting together this thing called the Malcolm X Festival, and it sounds like it's coming together pretty nice, family. I think you're going to want to be in the park. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to want to be at the Millennium Community School on May 19th, starting at 12 p.m., and we will be rolling out until 8 p.m., because the entertainment is going to be hot, right? I had some kids run up to me the other day and was like, yo, when the last talent show? I said, it's on May 19th. We're going to do it at the Malcolm X Festival. Oh, it's going to be a talent show. I said, yeah, it's going to be a talent show. I want the world to see what my babies at the school are doing. They said, it's going to be a prize? I said, well, I didn't want to do a prize. I said, well, do you think a prize would bring more people out? Because I would like to open it up to other people in the city, other young people in the city. Yeah. So I'm going to find a way to get y'all a prize then. Because I can't wait to see what y'all going to do if y'all think y'all can win. Because, like right now, one of the issues I got at the school as far as talent shows, right? Because we do this thing called Rock and Roll Call once a month. And our children, because of the exposure to the media in the way that they're being exposed, they could go and look up stuff, and they look up stuff. But one of the downsides to that is that you see them repeating a lot of the routines or the behaviors of others. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things I think we was kind of blessed with, even though I kind of wish I had the internet when I was there. Well, no, I don't. It's too much. They do entirely too much. But one of the things we were blessed with was that we had to come up with original shit, or as original as we could possibly get, because we couldn't go back and watch something over and over again. So when we saw a move, we had to figure out how to do that move, because we might not see a rerun of that move for months, if not years, right? I couldn't go and grab the Breaking CD and copy Turbo's moves. So I had to go from my mind. And usually what happens when we are forced in that type of situation, we become creative. So we ended up creating a lot of new moves and doing a lot of new things when I was younger, because, you know what I'm saying, that's the only way we could get it. If it was going to happen, we had to do it. So I had to go and watch me a Kung Fu movie. I had to find moves. You know what I'm saying? I had to come up with original raps, because even though I could listen to the albums, there wasn't no videos or nothing. I'm like, man, I could do better than that dude. You know what I'm saying? And come up with my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a small amount of excitement about the Malcolm X celebration, the Malcolm X Festival, and I'm really looking forward to the meeting tonight. We also have to talk about the initiation. I keep bringing that up, family, because one of the things we have to be able to do is to set up the borders for our people. Breaking should have never become a movie. What? Man, listen. You right. It should have been called Turbo. You right. It should have been called Turbo. But once again, that Breaking is a prime example of what happens when you allow, in a sense, outsiders to enter your culture, or You have other people trying to get into your culture. So Breaking was a movie that came out and really demonstrated to us what happens once we start putting something into popular culture. Once we start creating something that becomes popular, then the one way that people are able to get in is because they have the resources that a lot of us don't. So they are able to create media, or they were able to create media. But now, with this YouTube, with this Facebook, with this live streaming, we are able to take it and do our own things with it. Brother Anubis says, Ray Dawn Chong was not believable to me. It just seemed she was checked out for much of that. Ray Dawn Chong went in that movie? Not in Breaking. She was in Fame. Or, no, she played the main character in Fame in the show. She wasn't in Ray Dawn Chong. Maybe she was in Breaking 2. Somebody out there, Google it. I can't Google. All my shit is tied up. I'm streaming. But Ray Dawn Chong wasn't in Breaking. And that's, hey. I could be wrong. I met her once. But yeah, family. So tonight, you know what I'm saying? If I'm able to get out that meeting on time, I'm going to get home and we are going to do tribal quotes. And the quotes we will be covering tonight will be from day 19. And here they go. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. Albert Einstein. Interesting. Common sense is the collection of prejudice acquired by age 18. Albert Einstein. He is able who thinks he is able. The Buddha. And this one is from Senegal. I try to, I pepper. I always got to throw our stuff in there too. The monkey's tail is long. I got to change that because I spelled tail wrong. The monkey's tail is long, and yet if you touch it, its owner feels the touch. The monkey's tail is long, and yet if you touch it, its owner feels the touch. Ooh. Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Simple, but wise. The monkey's tail is long, but if you touch it, the owner feels the touch. Is that Ujamaa or is that Ujima? All right, so today we are on Ujamaa. And for those that don't speak the language, everybody here does. Today is the day of cooperative economics. The modic principle of the day is reciprocity. It was the white chick, but that wasn't Ray Dawn Chong. Yeah, okay, she was in, Ray Dawn Chong was in Beach Street. Today with the M7, we teach the young people gratitude, or we talk about gratitude. The color is green. Polarity is the hermetic law of the day. And today is the Y day. Wow. With the names, as far as male and female, this is the only day that starts with Y. And maybe on Ujamaa, Cooperative Economics Day, we might need to get to the why of things. You know what I'm saying? Male is Yao, and female is Ya. Right? The why of things. The why. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things I often hear, like one of the things that used to really frustrate me when we looked at our history was a lot of times, a lot of us, when we discuss, we don't get to the whys and the hows You know what I'm saying? We talk about the what's and the whens, but we never talk about the hows and the whys. You know what I'm saying? And you know, those to me are the are major questions. You know what I'm saying? The how and the why. You know, it's great to know when the pyramids was built and what we speculate the pyramids are, but how and why. You know what I'm saying? It's great to know that Mali was a great civilization and know when it was and what it was. You know what I'm saying? And what it was comprised of, but how and why. You know what I'm saying? It's great to know about Shanghai. When it happened. What happened, but how and why. When we start getting into the hows and the whys, those are reproducibles. Time is not necessarily reproducible. The when is not reproducible because the when is gone. Right? Like the when is gone. 332, we know homeboy rolled into Kemet. Right? Alexander the Macedonian. Right? We know he rolled into Kemet. That's gone. That win is gone. Right? How and why. So as we become students of history, as we become students of the spirituality, as we become students of emotions, and we become students of our intuition, and we become students of the mind, and we become students of the spirit, and we become students of the body, we need to be asking the questions how and why. As we start pushing our young people into these businesses, into these future endeavors, we have to understand the hows and the whys. Right? I mean, really, because it's like it's missing off the table. You know what I'm saying? And I'm honestly believing that people that are making moves and controlling things understand, or at least have a grasp, because we ain't even got to totally understand it, but we have to ask the question. Because when you ask questions, questions cause a chain of events. See, because one of the things I have learned about my ancestors is when I ask how and why, right? I don't hear voices. You know what I'm saying? This is the shit that they try to get us to believe, your ancestors. No, experiences come from me. Experience. You know what I'm saying? So that I can feel and I can see and I can touch the how and the why. Why is this happening to me type shit? Why? How? You know what I'm saying? How is shit going wrong? How is it going right? Why is it going wrong? Why is it going right? Those are the discussions. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. So, but I did like the movie Breaking. But when I was young, I was just excited about when and what. I didn't ask how and why. So because I didn't ask how and why, it was easy for me to accept the whole idea behind what was going on with Breaking. But by the time Breaking 2 came out, I was like, how did they make this movie? And why did they make this movie? Why? God damn. It was horrible. Alright, but hey. Batman versus Superman. How and why did they make this movie? How and why? Damn. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start asking those questions. Even in the myths, the legends, how and why. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of where I feel we kind of get into when we look at these stories, the hows and the whys, and it allows other conversations to start coming up And we start, like I said, we get them swords, we pull them swords out, and we start dueling, right? We start dueling. Hey, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful to every last one of my family members. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a beautiful thing, right? I'm understanding that Brother Shaka got a new June coming out. He calls it the Bruce Lee June. I can't wait. I can't wait to drink this because I'm understanding it's gonna kick my ass into health. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to have forceful stuff. Someone had $250 million plus to gamble and lose with Batman versus Superman on purpose. Ain't that something? I mean, just to have 200. Listen, I ain't got shit else to do. Let's make Superman versus Batman without even building up the backstory. And then all of a sudden, Wonder Woman popped up out of that motherfucker. And I'm like, good grief. Good grief. I mean, y'all really reaching for straws on this motherfucker here, right? You know what I'm saying? You got a whole book y'all could have came from. Y'all got a whole angle, whole different angles in. You got all them writers. Nobody was asking how and why is this going to work. Well, they figured just because they put Batman versus Superman that it was going to work. You know what I'm saying? But you got to build up their story. Because DC, now I'm going to say this. DC movie-wise, they've been okay. You know what I'm saying? I understand the Wonder Woman movie was good. Movie-wise, they've been okay. But story-wise, and I'm not even a super DC fan. Story-wise, when I was reading comic books, story-wise, they killing Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Movie-wise, shit, Marvel, goddamn, they burying DC. You know what I'm saying? And she is probably a child killer in reality since she served in the IDF. I don't know what the IDF is. Oh, you talking about the girl that played Wonder Woman? Oh man. So all right. So in the emotional emancipation circles today, we are looking at the virtue and Wolof of Yamanda, compassion for those less fortunate than yourself, at home first, at home first, at home first. Hey family, do you see how, because of this immigration thing, it's like America is slowly unraveling? Like you got the federal government suing California right now because of this immigration thing. And this the point that bothers me. And I know some of y'all already know where I'm going to go. It's crazy how the federal government can step up and, how can I put it? The federal government is going against the state government for immigrant rights right now because California, they was going to do a major raid and the state of California said, fuck that. And, they kind of gave these people a heads up. And now now the federal government is mad at California, but then nobody came to your aid, family. And nobody still wants to talk about our issues. Our issues. I'm talking about black folks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we'll save the spotted owl. We'll save the super whale. We'll save the giant earthworm. But when it comes to black folks, just allow your ass to be endangered. Allow you know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's almost like we're just supposed to get over it. We're just supposed to let bygones be bygones. These motherfuckers been mad at Cuba for almost 70 years. Almost 70 years. Obama do a little something to try to bring some friendship between America and Cuba, and they, you know what I'm saying? Haiti has been suffering. Haiti has been suffering because the prime reason Haiti has been suffering, right, is because Haiti whooped Europe's ass and chased them up out of there. And they still have not forgotten that. And that shit, that's almost a 300-year beef. And yet, each and every last one of us just need to be like, oh, I'm American, forget it, you know, the slavery happened, or I'm supposed to come up with some type of fantasy to prove that I wasn't involved in that shit. See, and what I need our people to understand is, family, this whole economy as it stands was built up on your back. This whole economic system was built up on your back. This whole political system was built up on your back. Not even on your back, on the bones of your ancestors. And every time they ignore it, it's sort of like they're pissing on the graves of those that came before us. Every last one of us, and this is what I don't understand. Every last one of us have individuals who possibly, if given an opportunity, not even given an opportunity, if motherfuckers just wasn't standing in their way, could have did great. And I mean, and even with people in their way, they did great things. But imagine if the roadblocks wasn't there, what type of wealth, what type of political influence, what type of influence on the world your family could be having right now. And that shit, I could never forget. I could never forget, and I could never forgive as long as the motherfucker doesn't act, does not apologize, and does not repair. That's all I'm saying, family. That's all. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about Ujamaa, now we on Ujamaa today. Collective resources, cooperative economics amongst ourselves. We could go on and we could generate and we could move this little bit of money that we got. But we have families who have massed wealth that is, how can I put it? You could take every black person in this country, sprinkle Jay-Z and Oprah and all of us together. Take the little bit of money we got in our pockets, you know what I'm saying? And one of those families that's been benefiting off of your people, they got more money than us. So yeah, we could practice cooperative economics, but if we got what was ours, rather than laying here and being like everything is okay, like this, I don't even know what to call them. You understand? The dude in charge of her, I don't even know what to call that type of shit. When motherfuckers is talking, had the audacity to talk to us as if we had the same opportunities as everybody else. That shit is insulting. At least it's insulting to me. The motherfuckers that don't know is, yeah, we all had the same. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't know nothing about redlining. Because this is what a lot of y'all don't know. How some of your elders who were doing well were forced to live in certain neighborhoods because of the government's actions and inactions on purpose. Check that shit out. You know what I'm saying? How when the land grab was going on and America was expanding west, how your people weren't allowed to get any of that shit. As a matter of fact, how your people were was a major linchpin in the argument about moving west. Oh, just forget that. You know. How Motherfuckers constantly talk about the South and slavery, but because we're not studied, because we only study, you know what I'm saying, Southern slavery, we don't understand that a majority of the people that ended up down south started out up north. Hey, I'm not a scholar though, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't, people tell me they read many books about our struggle, but nobody could sit down and tell me, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever talks about how the motherfucking expressways that go down south right now were laid out from the footprints of your ancestors being sold from up north and moved down south. Because cotton wasn't the first thing that we were picking. We didn't come over here and pick cotton. We came over here and we built up the East Coast, and then when they opened up the South and cotton became king, they needed motherfuckers to do that. And the first ones they came to was us. So they started breaking up the families and the family units that we had in New York, in Maine, in all these motherfucking border areas, right on the East Coast of America, and start marching us down. But none of us want to study that history. We want to talk about how great we were in Kemet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm with that. I'm with that in a certain frame. But we have to understand what the fuck we survived over here so that we can make sure that our children do not repeat that shit. And we have to make sure that our children are able to benefit from the work that our ancestors put in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All right, that shit is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Some of the talk that I be hearing from my people, it's irritating me. It's irritating me. You know what I'm saying? And then we talk about how we got wealth. Where we got wealth at? Everybody you know is up to their motherfucking, almost, if not up to their nose in debt, is at least up to their shoulders in debt. Don't give a fuck what they driving. Every last one of us. Very few of us get any motherfucking, any inheritance. And you built this $1 trillion money. Do you not understand that democracy and capitalism could only work in the way that it's working in America it wouldn't be where it was if they didn't have free labor. I'm just saying, man. Every time I pull from my ancestors, man, I get a little bit more riled up because it's like we let shit go. We let shit go. We let it go. We let the fact go that a lot of our family homes, you know what I'm saying? A lot of our family homes were not really where our family wanted to live, but they made the best out of what they had. And some of them between the 1950s and 1970s had the money to move to a better place. But kid couldn't get it. And it wasn't just because you had a racist white person. No, you had a government that set up policies that made it impossible for your family to move out of the neighborhood they was living in. Come on, man. I'm sorry. Let's get to this toast. I got some fermented green tea here to my ambrosia. I'm going to sample it maybe tomorrow. We're going to toast these ancestors, family. And like I said, man, understand that the toast is to, one, keep their memories alive. And not only keep their memories alive, but not only to help them, but to help us. Because many of us, we really need to look into our family histories. And we really need to understand the suffering so that we could use that to move forward. I know people like, well, brother, how dare you? Are you talking about moving forward in anger? And listen. How can I not be? You understand what I'm saying? How can I not be angry? How can I not be angry? Help me. Please. Why should I not be? Why should all of us not be? Help me. Somebody, please help me. Okay, I got something popping up on my screen. Trying to read some drama going on. By the way, my drink is really good. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So we're gonna lift up our glass. Oh, my fault. I went off. We on Wolof today. Wolof, Yamande, compassion for those less fortunate than yourself. Start at home. Start in your communities first. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the primary issues that I'm noticing, that I'm really starting to see, especially when when I had to think about, Brother Wakasa did a whole interview. He did a discussion of Black Panther, and he brought up the point of both and, right? It's good and it's bad. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we were taught back in the day, how it's good and bad. And he started talking about the concept of morality in service of oppression. Morality in the service of oppression. And the thing that European mind states try to do with everybody is that they do this universal shit where we're all the same, but everything that we're the same under is up under their shit. And since we're all the same, their concept of good, which always benefits them, have to become everybody else's concept of good. And if it's not good to them, it's not good. I'm like, fuck that. You can't. How you gonna win a war like that? How you gonna even go to battle like that? Brother Kwame say, if the violation is not known, the anger may not show. If the violation is not known, the anger may not be shown. Right? Yeah. But our job is to make it known. Our job is to talk about it. Our job is to share where it is. And some people will be like, that's negative and blah, blah. I'm not on that shit. I can't hear it at this point in time in my life. Can't hear it. Because, man, it's like the shit that was done, the violation that was done has never been rectified. Never. You know what I'm saying? Has never been corrected. There has been no effort. And then these motherfuckers throw out shit like, listen, 85% of my people is out here hustling, doing what the fuck they need to do. Following the rules, doing everything they need to do. Productive members of society, doing the best they can with what they got, which is absolutely nothing. And motherfuckers don't even salute that. Won't even salute that. Won't even salute it. Matter of fact, I'll give you a hard time when your ass shouldn't even be paying taxes. When your ass shouldn't even be paying for school. All your purchases should be tax-free or some shit like that. Because I ain't saying motherfuckers need to necessarily cut me a check. But you know what I'm saying? In some form or fashion, there need to be some gratitude served or shown to African Americans, because we are the soul of this motherfucking country. We are a national treasure. We should be recognized as a national treasure. And I possibly should never have to pay taxes. My family should have to pay tax for the next 4 or 5 generations. But I'm gonna say this, and we have. Kwame say, and we have set our boundaries. This is a major factor. Hopefully we have, but a majority haven't. We haven't set our boundaries. Because the issue is when somebody cross your boundaries, what you have to do is like when we look at a brother Marques's thing, if they cross the borders, you know what I'm saying, there need to be some emotional reaction. And then we have to evaluate that emotional reaction. And then we have to either, readjust our borders to make sure that we're safe. Or we're going to have to tell a motherfucker, listen, you better get off or you're going to lose that leg. We allow motherfuckers to constantly encroach on our territory. It's like if the border is right here, a motherfucker move right here, we'd be like, okay, we're going to move our border right here. And then they say, well, okay, cool, boom, 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 and we move it right here. The next thing you know, they all up in our face. And we wondering why. Like, wow, how? Why? You know what I'm saying? Then motherfuckers make you feel bad because you want to stretch your arms out. No, you can't, no, we all crowd. No, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So in a minute, some of us going to have people living in our houses and shit. Well, actually, they did that shit already. So we're going to lift up our glass to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We call on that great force, that first power. We call on that first ancestor by whatever name you choose to call. We lift up our glass, right? And we salute that first power. We salute the source of all things. And we say, Ashe. From their family, without any further ado, we call on the stars of the show, our personal ancestors. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Tech, Son of Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fannegasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Toppin, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L., No More X, Pet Mara Rob, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carla Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullen, the Luxor Brothers, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brownson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Randleman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Doris Henderson, Calvin Spratley, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kevin D. Russell, Susan B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Ware, Levita Farmer, Aunt Goes to Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kempty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worlds, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Ellen Ohio, Franklin and Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Reno Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy and May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Alice Murphy. And Brother Renee, Elder Renee, has Joe Davis. Brother Anubis, salutes Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles. Sister Tiandra salutes Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr. Brother Deshaun Sensenbaugh salutes his mother, Jennifer Sensenbaugh. I salute my Aunt Hazel, cousin Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, my sons. Sister Aisha salutes Stacy Trice, Frankie Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown. Miss Ford salutes Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth and Paul Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson. Dr. D salutes Dan Wilkinson Sr. Sister Jackie salutes Emma McClendon. We got the community list: Jerry Dorr, Amina Robinson, Patricia Williams, and Shabaka Teray. Sister Madonna salutes Donna Hill and Richard Levis. Sister Cynthia salutes Lee Irby, Tom Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead. CeeLo salutes Archie Beck and Anna McGill. Brother Santana salutes Aunt Becca. Elder Greg Arnold salutes Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed. Sister Shelley I salutes Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie, Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Halsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, and Mother Gibson. We got Brother Quabanah out of Milwaukee. He salutes Alex Nixon. Elder Bowie salutes John Bowie. Elder Shedrick salutes Lester and Rachel Sanders. Sister Janelle Ross salutes Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, and Leroy Stokes. Elder Ori Pianki salutes Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott. Charles Stevenson salutes Vivian Stevenson. Cassandra Holloway salutes Mona Ann. Elder Phyllis salutes Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nana Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston. Sister Enya salutes Margaret Towns and Mary Williams. Sister Heather salutes Leroy Q. Heath Sr. Patah Capshaw Moore salutes Albert Moore, and Yeye Motley salutes Miss Vanilla, Albers Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, and Erlington Houston. All right, so Dorothy Height has passed at age 98. Is that the community list? I need to. Where is a pen? Dorothy Height. Community list. Dorothy Height. Her name sounds familiar. Man, cheap ass pens. Can't have no pens when you got kids, baby. I'm just letting y'all know. This is real life here, Gye-Nyame. There we go. Nope. I ain't got no damn pen. Damn. A warrior without a sword. Alright. So remind me about that one later on, Kwame, so I could throw her on the list. So here we go, family. No, not community work for and through our struggle. Okay. Dorothy, I knew that name sounded familiar. Dorothy Height. Okay. So we'll salute Dorothy Height. Dorothy Height. Dorothy Height. And we say Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? We move on to where? To the present moment. We are on Ujamaa, and we lift up our glass and we salute this moment. And like I said, right now, family, we need to be looking for where Ujamaa is active in our community. Activate those reticular formations. So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe, right? From there, family, we move to our children's children. We pour for them now. We drink for them now so that they can drink for us one day. You know what I'm saying? All the work that we do will make sure that they be able to sit in a place of their own around the table and proudly be able to drink of us. And hopefully they will have great stories to tell about us. The names are for our ancestors. Yes, ma'am. Miss Kimana Hines, you kind of knew. So on this show, we focus on our personal ancestors. So if you have ancestors that you want us to toast, that you want me to add to the list, because I do this daily, you could go and add them to the list. You can post them up here, or you could call 614-300-1875, text Daily Toast, and what will happen is you should get a link that's sent back to you. Go to that link, click the link, add your information to my phone book, and then at the end there's a questionnaire. We'll ask you which show you like listening to, so I can send you daily alerts if you want information. But then also on that list, there's a list for ancestors, and I go back and I pull off that list and I put it down. So we salute in this moment. On my fault, we salute in the future generations. We say Ashe. From there, we move to all of our relations. We toast up. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, family, I toast you. I pray that your day will be as beautiful and as powerful as you are. I pray that you will make a difference in the world. I pray that all things work for you. And I pray that the ancestors move out before you. And I'm going to add a little special thing. I got to go down here and I got to check on something for my son. So I'm asking the ancestors to roll with me as well. So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Hold on, let me get my little sound. Ashe. 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 I wish you peace, power, joy, 100 years, family. All right? I need to remind you, you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Anime. Y'all see what I go through? Y'all wake up. Good God Almighty. It's 614-300-1875. And just hashtag Daily Toast or hashtag G&J or peace. This is Kimana. Right? So, here we go. This is, and don't be laughing at my woes with these spiritual animals, man. I'm telling you, man, they cost a, they eating up my kids' inheritance. The little one that they do have. You know what I'm saying? Shit, after they bury me, shit, I might take that. Unless we get busy out here, family. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't get busy, our children going to inherit dust. And we got to understand this, and this is a key point, and I'm done. It really depends on Ujamaa, cooperative economics, collective resources, because it does you no good to become a millionaire by yourself. And Kim and Kim and right? I get it. You right. You got to laugh or die crying. So, wealth is a community thing. Wealth is a group thing. This is why when you hear people, like if you got people in your life that talk about conspiracies, they mention one name, but usually that name is connected to a family. Wealth is a family thing. Wealth is a community thing. Why? because it does you no good as a black person. I mean, really, because think about this. You rise up and you all of a sudden get a bunch of money. You by yourself. You isolated, right? Now, in order for you to hold on to your wealth, you need to join a community of other people that are wealthy. So usually the community that you join, because we don't have wealth like that, is a community that's going to be trying to fleece you, and you are by yourself, and they come and they take it. So this is why we have to rise up as a community together, so that those of us that do have a little bit more, we got peers that we actually could look at, people that look like us, that might not even be thinking like that, but we think alike. Well, we can start doing things together, doing projects together, helping other people become wealthy. It's a community thing. But, a lot of us don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand that till I was 45, possibly. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So, I lift up the glass. Family, I am out. So, YouTube, I want to thank those that take the time to check out the YouTube videos. We are out. Facebook, we are out. I will see y'all tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tribal Quotes. It will be going down, unless I get caught up in a meeting. The last time I got caught up in a meeting, but the meeting should be this long this time. We are out. Last but not least, Spreaker. Spreaker. I just applied to try to get this show on iHeart. So hopefully Gye-Nyame Journey will be accepted to iHeart. Alright? And y'all can just turn on iHeart Radio, and guess what? You can hear me ranting. My. Alright, this brother, I took my mouth. Peace.